back to Saintfour, and we're going to be doing episodes 2 and 3, I think. But before we get started, somebody asked me, what did I play this? Like, how did I play it on my computer? Let me pop this over here. Okay, yeah. So, I use this thing called BlueStacks. I just downloaded that program. I'm pretty sure it's free. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's free, and I just connected it to. It like asked me to connect to my Google account or something, or you can connect it to something else. I don't know all I know is I connected it to my Google account, and I just click on this. It's a certain instance. So say if you have two different Google accounts, like you use a different email or something like that, you can connect to that. So you can kind of play the same game. It's like almost if you were playing on like two different phones, and essentially, which sometimes comes in handy with Romance Club. Like say I want to play route where I'm doing Lucifer's route and I want to do Dino's route at the same time. And since it's not that easy to start over in the app unless you want to play everything all over again there. It's so, yeah. So sometimes I did that. I don't do that anymore lately, but yeah, I just opened this one up and then it brings me to here. And I think you search here and I downloaded the Google Play Store, and from Google Play Store, I downloaded all of my games. So yeah, this is just the ones that I like to play on the computer. But yeah, we're gonna go into Romance Club so we can play some freaking Shadows of Saintfour. So you just let that load up. Let me put that in full screen. And then we'll go back to our normal setup. Boom. And so we get ready to play. What were we playing? Shadows of Saintfour. Boom. Okay, here we go. Where's Bobby gone? Oh yeah, Bobby got snatched, dude. That's not cool. I'm concerned. I'm highly concerned for him, but what are you gonna do? Last time it was Candy, this time it's Bobby. So I'm a little nervous, but I mean, it's just because I don't know how this one plays out. Like, who is this villain? Like, how is it compared to Pisadara? I don't know. The knife to the throat. That doesn't sound nice at all. There's Candy. Where do you think Bobby went last night? Candy turned to you and Derek. You walked to school for a good 15 minutes without saying a word. I don't know, but he's unlikely to come to school today. To begin with, he will have to face the anger of his parents. So everybody's all in their like fall clothes now. This is really cool. These leaves down here, they don't look like leaves. They look more like banana peels. For real. Yeah. Do you think something could have happened to Bobby? He already ran away once, but then we knew where he was hiding. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not like him, especially after everything that me and Bobby went through last season. He wouldn't be the one to just like take off somewhere off into the freaking forest, you know? Because we already did that and we both almost died. So yeah, so definitely something happened for sure. Why did he run away? The wind blew, tearing an armful of leaves from the treetops. Impressed by the view, the guys ignored your question. Why do they always do that? When we first moved to town, they were like, I was trying to ask them, like, what happened to that? Was his name Sam? Something, that guy who was missing, and then we found his body, whatever. Yeah, and then nobody wants to mention that. They just kind of ignored the question. Yeah, sure. So beautiful. Derek looked at Candy with a strange expression on his face. Ooh, I think that's that romance kicking in. He paused and quietly added, yes, beautiful. Candy noticed his gaze and stopped, lowering her eyes shyly. Oh my god. I didn't do that before, so that's really cool. Got a happy Halloween poster in the back. You stopped in front of the school, waiting for the car to pass. Suddenly, shh. A wave of puddle water splashed all over you. Candy managed to recoil while you took the brunt of the blow upon yourself. She and Derek could barely hold back their smiles. I'm afraid you need my spare change of clothes again. Oh my god. That's just making us want to buy a new outfit, but I want a new outfit anyway, so Candy took out the extra clothes. Alright, we have pants with a shirt. It's alright. Sweater with a skirt. Okay, no, that's cute. I'm going with that. Apparently I went with that last time. Denim overalls. Oh my gosh. I don't like the look of that at all. That's cute. That's cute. The bell rang. Candy and I have chemistry now. Oh, you surely do. See you later. I'll have to. What class do I have? The teacher was focused on writing something on the blackboard. Others diligently wrote the formulas in their notebooks. Oh, I have math, apparently. I wonder where Bobby is. Why did he run away? And did he actually run away? Difficult morning? What? Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. You look so concerned. It usually happens when something's bothering you. Having initiated a conversation, John moved closer to you so that you could hear him. But before you could answer, he turned away again, conjuring something with his notebook. What is he doing? You stretched your neck forward to get a better look. Hold on. Don't be sad anymore. Aww. Did anyone used to make these back in school? I used to make them all the time. Actually, I still have some somewhere because my husband made them for me like years and years ago. I don't know. I'm a hoarder, so I guess I kept them because I'm a sentimental freak. So yeah, they're over there somewhere. But oh my gosh, yeah, that's so cute. I love that. And John, that's so nice. Thank you. John's lips slightly smiled. The lesson dragged on forever, but finally the long-awaited bell rang. That bell was loud in my freaking ear, dude. You went out into the hall and immediately noticed Derek and Luke. Oh goodness, that never goes well. Are you sure he went to his house? Well, he was headed in that direction at least. What's the matter? Never mind. Why won't anybody answer my freaking questions? Can you like just say it? I'm sick of this. Like what the hell? Yesterday on the way home from shop, we ran into Luke. Luke and Bobby went on without me, so I wanted to know what happened afterwards. Luke says that Bobby was heading home. Why can't you just say that? Sometimes I swear I want to smack Luke upside of his head. You think he's... I don't know. Where are you going now? To see Stephanie. Huh? Why? Derek nodded with a detached expression on his face. Good. Luke, what was the time you last saw him? Do you remember? As soon as the boys moved forward, a man approached you with trembling hands, stretching out some kind of leaflets. Excuse me, have you ever seen my son, David? He put a photo of a boy with a phone number below into your hand. If you see him, please call this number. I don't... Mr. Walter? Yes? We've discussed this with you. You do not have permission to be here. But my son... You'll create a panic among the students. But my boy is gone. I understand your concern, Mr. Walter. But until the sheriff issues a formal investigation, I cannot allow you to do this on school grounds. He's a child. Why doesn't the sheriff want to do his duty? Mr. Walter raised his voice, and the principal, gently taking him by the elbow, wanted to take him a little to the side. Maybe we should go to my office? But he pulled away his hand. No, answer my question. Why wouldn't the sheriff start looking for a child as soon as he disappeared? First of all, I don't like Derek's dad. I think he's suspect. For sure. I don't like what every time like we have a vision or something like that, every time he questions me, like something seems really shady about him, and this is shady too, on top of that, but at the same time, I don't know why he's asking the principal these questions and shouting these at the principal. That's strange. I guess he just like he needs an outlet maybe to do this, but still, I don't know. This doesn't seem like the place, but I understand he's probably not in his right mind right now. Why didn't he assemble a search party? And why am I not allowed to do this search myself? Wait, they didn't allow him to search for his own kid? See, that kind of shit is what's going on. Something's going on with the adults in this town, I swear. The principal exhaled impatiently. I mean, because what do you think about? I'm sorry, if I'm just like, I want to think, like, Luke's parents are shady as fuck. The sheriff, Derek's dad, is shady. We never see Michael's parents. My dad was shady, but thankfully he's gone. My mom was probably all right. But dude, seriously, I don't know. I don't know. Perhaps because your son has repeatedly run away from home and even from the city. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, but I feel that something is wrong with him. I understand, and yet. Mr. Walter's eyes filled with tears. He brushed them off and fell silent. Isn't that kind of a weird coincidence? That this David character, he was known to run away and then he disappeared. And Bobby has been known to run away and he also disappeared. Like, Pisadari last time was kind of attacking people who had kids and were weak of spirit, maybe. So I wonder if this time the villain has a same type of, a similar, like they have a type that they go after. You know what I mean? Mr. Walter's eyes filled with tears. He brushed them off and fell silent. The papers trembled in his hands. Yeah, he needs help, dude. You came closer to them. The principal frowned, but put his hand forward. Not right now. Later you can come to my office with all your questions. I wanted to ask about the boy that is missing. Do you know something? No, but you turned to the principal. They said on the news that a girl was missing. Bobby did not come home yesterday, and now Mr. Walter's son is also gone. Don't you think this is strange? Try not to panic for now. The school's reputation is suffering as it is in light of the latest events. Who cares about the school's reputation? And what do these events have to do with the school? Like, that was just a strange thing to mention in general. Like, what do these events have to do with the school? I don't understand how the school will be held responsible from kids going missing from their home. That's suspect. Is the school's reputation what matters most right now? And you're ready to risk lives over it. Is this a caution versus courage choice, or is this like a... I don't know. This could be caution versus courage. It could not be. Children's lives? The principal jerked his chin, stubbornly disagreeing with your words, and yet a doubt glimpsed in his eyes. Oh, fine. You can post flyers on our stands, but do not spread them among students and to not stalk them at the school's entrance. Of course, thank you. He nervously shook the principal's hand, continuing to thank him, and he almost burst into tears for the second time. When the principal had left, he turned to you. Thank you. If it weren't for you, I don't know what I can do for you, but you can always call the number on the leaflet. I'll be at your service. Now you will have someone to ask for help. Don't mention it. I hope your son is found soon. Ask for help? How? You've been walking for an hour shouting Candy's name. She's not going to respond. Enough. Well, just giving up won't help Candy. If she could hear us, she'd have responded hours ago. Why do you have to fight me on everything? You're unbearable. And you're a stubborn moron. Because of the upcoming Halloween party, Stephanie missed a lot of classes helping with the preparation, so you brought her out her assignments to her afterwards. Yes, and put them up higher, not like on Columbus Day. She gave the guys instructions on how to decorate the school. Hey, hello. What brings you here? You handed her some notebooks and Stephanie immediately understood everything. Oh. She okay? I was hoping they would free me from all this. As you can see, no. Okay, thanks. Put them somewhere over there. Over here. Sorry, I would chat with you, but there's a lot of work to be done. That's okay. I won't distract you. Thunder rumbled in the sky, and one could smell the approaching rain. The cold wind made you shiver. I should have brought an umbrella. John came out of the school's front doors. He pulled an umbrella from his backpack and started on down the sidewalk, but noticing you, he stopped. The heavy stuff's coming any minute now. Aren't you afraid to get wet? No, I'm good. Maybe we can go together? After all, we're heading in the same direction. How do you know that? Maybe just because I'm super suspicious of everybody right now, but that's suspect too. I can't suspect everybody, dude. Okay. Yes, that'd be nice. Thanks. Seriously though, how do you know which direction I live in? I don't know. All the way, you chatted about various things. For some reason, next to him, you didn't feel quite as stiff. How do you like it in Saintfour? Have you made friends with anyone? Tell me about yourself. Yeah. Ooh, tough question. Well, you can tell me about your shortcomings. Why do you want to know about my flaws? Yeah, that's a weird question. They characterize a person better. Oh, well, let's see. I'm very stubborn. Sometimes it's hard for me to admit my mistakes. He was thinking about something in silence. You walked, huddled together under the same umbrella. John was silent, and you glanced at him from time to time, trying to understand the reason for the sudden mood change. Finally, he shook off the haze of his thoughts. I'm hungry. Do you want to go to a cafe or something? You hesitated, and he hastily added, if you want. We don't even have to talk. I just don't like being alone. It's alright. I know a place. I think you'll like it there. Oh, this is where I went on my date with Derek. Well, not Derek. Michael. I'm trying to think. You sat down at a table, but nobody approached you for a long time. Are you sure I should like this place? Right? I hate that. They can at least like walk by and be like, okay, I'm be with you in a second. A menu fell on the table. Order. Are you alright? His face, dude. I don't even freaking blame him. Do I look alright to you? Do you want people to order from here? My waitstaff are completely lazy. They get sick whenever they please. I didn't open my own cafe to continue to slave as a waiter. Dude, that seriously sounds like a personal problem. Like, I don't understand why you're telling us this. John wanted to say something, but the cafe owner didn't even think about stopping the roaring avalanche of his complaints. The youth is so weak these days. You sneeze around them and the next day they are dying in bed with a fever. It was different back in my days. You and John exchanged glances, unable to hide your smiles. Funny old man. Who did you call an old man? You! When you run around calling people youth. Not 10 years ago, I worked as a pilot and performed such maneuvers that you'd never have dreamed of. I remember once my plane crashed on an uninhabited island. I barely survived, broke a few ribs, sprained a foot. I was saved and looked after by an Amazon. Amazon? Is he talking about Wonder Woman? That's what this sounds like the plot from. I'm serious. When I got back to my feet, she wanted me to impregnate her. Oh my god. John coughed, trying to stop the laughter. And what did you do? Nothing, of course, but she did not like it. A whole nation of dissatisfied women with spears and arrows chased me to the shore, and you dare to call me an old man. Someone called him from another table. Because of you and your chatter, I've kept people waiting. Order, now. John cleared his throat again, looked at the menu. What will you have, Melody? Nothing from here. I had a salad earlier today, so I'm gonna eat that. I'm not very hungry. Then a salad for the lady. What does having a salad have to do with not being very hungry? Dude, I had a really filling salad. It was nice. When you had finished eating, John sat back in the booth looking at you. Perhaps you're popular with guys at school? And maybe outside of it? He immediately raised his hands up. I hope my question did not seem tactless to you. It seems random is what it is. Did I miss a cue? I feel like I'm like jumping in on like certain parts of this conversation, or otherwise they're just having a really disjointed conversation. It's like he was having a conversation with himself in his head, and then suddenly he just blurted something out. I just told you what I was thinking. Maybe that was it. Do you think I'm cute? Or why do you think that? Think I'm cute. Why do you think that? I'm more curious. Why do you think that? He shrugged. I'm just observant. You're not much different from the other girls, but at the same time, there's something about you. Special? Special? No, maybe not that. In your world, this world is somewhat ordinary, don't you think? Possibly. But well, let's just go with that word for lack of a better substitute. Special. John repeated the word as if he was tasting it. Maybe we should go? Are you done eating? Yes. Alright. I'll walk you home if you'll allow me. I will. Yeah, better that I stick with somebody because we all know every time I'm going around, especially by myself, even when I'm with other people, but especially by myself, I'm always getting in trouble. You walked almost without interrupting the silence, but it was not burdensome. Suddenly, you move one muscle and I cut you. Okay. And this is why you don't walk home alone. In this town. What did I say? What did I say? You felt a cold blade on your throat. John paused tensely, looking at the man who had grabbed you. What do you want? Shut your mouth. Do you need money? John reached into his pocket. I said move and I cut you. But were you talking to me or to him? Because you grabbed me. So it's like, I'm confused. John? Everything's fine. Stay calm, Melody. Good then. You don't need money. Then what is it? Did I say I don't need money, asshole? You kinda did. I need to do something. Path the courage. Ooh, I've never done this before. The blade is sharp. But if I take a chance... You breathe in more air, feeling the cold metal scratching the skin on your neck. Oh my god. And screamed. Help! Shut up. He took the blade away from your throat and shut your mouth. You hit him hard. In the knee, to the head, and the groin. What am I hitting him with? My elbow? I don't really want to punch his kneecap because that sounds like it'll hurt me. Groin is always a decent place to hit a guy. When you're being attacked. Don't just go around doing that. To the head. If I'm like smashing it with my elbow, that could be good. Groin is always pretty safe though. Like just to throw him off just for a little bit. Like, okay, because he has one hand on a knife. Just do it. Take that. You took a swing and hit the thug in the groin with all your might. He immediately loosened his grip. You jumped away from him and hid behind John. He pressed the attacker to the ground. The thug's face was pressed into the ground and you couldn't see it, but you noticed a tattoo on the neck that extended onto his back. You stooped, pushing the collar of his jacket back. Dragon. Such a rich black ink. Did they mention something about the dragon gang when it comes to Michael? Does Michael know this creep? Oh my god. Guys. Get your hands off me. Wait. I think I remember this. Hold on. I think we have to ask him about a drug or something. And I wrote it down. Hold on. CP25. Hold up. Okay. Because I think it's a fast question. Hold up. Okay. I'm ready. Get your hands off me. I've seen this tattoo before. The Black Dragons, baby. Haven't you heard of us? That's what it's called. The Black Dragons. He said this with fervent pride. I have. Mom was talking about them. The thug shook his head, trying to get your hand off, and you could see his face. John, look. He has black eyes, and his lips are purple. This drug works on the mucous membranes of the eyes and mouth. If you get too carried away, it eats right through them. He's on drugs. The ones that the sheriff was talking about. Drugs? Oh. Yeah, we need to question. I don't trust the police. Well, I mean, it's like, I don't trust Derek's dad, the sheriff. I don't know about him, dude. Hey, you. Who did you buy the drugs from? What drugs? Yeah, CP25. I wrote that down. The gangster visibly stiffened. Boom! This is why you always write stuff down. I'm gonna write it down again. Little star. Okay, the gangster visibly stiffened and began frantically trying to break free and scream. John barely restrained him. Listen, we'll let you go and we will not call the police. Melody, if you tell us where you got the drugs. The thug stopped kicking, thinking about it. Why should I believe you? You don't really have a choice. Alright. They say there is some kind of chemist in the forest, a doctor. He's some kind of herb guy. He's sort of a genius. He makes them and gave me some. Gave some? For the job. He told me to scare a girl, you, and when you were at school gave me a sign. Learn useful information. Why does he need to scare me? I don't know. What does he look like? I haven't seen him. He communicates through the wind. So, the person who's making the drugs is the same person who's kidnapping kids. Is he putting kids in the... I don't even want to say that. I don't even want to think that. Oh my god, no. What are they smoking? It looks like this guy has gone cuckoo. Drugs will do that to people. Communicates through the wind. Communicates through the wind. Okay, go. Are you sure? Yes, let him go. John stepped aside. The thug immediately jumped up and disappeared into the alley. Just be careful. I don't like that guy. I'll be careful. There's nothing else I can do. There were no incidents the rest of the way home. Finally, you pointed to your house. Thank you for walking me. I can take it from here. You live here? What a coincidence. I live right down there. How did he know we were going in the same direction if he didn't know where my house was? Really? In which house? Me and my mother, we live in a trailer for now. We didn't have time to find a suitable home so far. He looked at his watch. See you soon then? You can count on it. Thank you for saving me, by the way. Don't mention it. Seriously. You did almost everything yourself. Approaching the house, you could still feel John watching you. But when you turned around, he was no longer there. This dude is a ninja. The TV was turned on in the living room, but Mom paid no attention to it. She was speaking with someone on the phone. Oh, no doubt. Did she really make peace with Dad? The raven flew up to you, sat on your shoulder. It pressed against you, whirring with pleasure. Hello, pretty bird. Why aren't you in the cage, baby? A full blood moon is expected to grace the hemisphere in the coming nights. Oh, great. Every 10 years in Saintfour, one can witness a rare phenomenon, a red moon reflecting the rays of Mars. This is reported. You went to the window and pulled back the curtain. The rain stopped. Since it was clouded, only part of the moon was visible. It was painted in a shade of pink. The sky rumbled again. The drops drummed on the windows. Ah. You retreated a few steps. It's not rain. This is blood. Mom continued cooing on the phone, not noticing the windows were covered with bloody streams. You backed away further, stumbled, and fell. Lord, what is happening? Sensing your fear, your pet jumped to you. It looked at you for a long time, almost with a human empathy in its eyes. It seemed hypnotizing. Axel said, "Watch." I was dying with a broken wing when she found me. Annette. William, Mom, look! Why did you bring it here? He's sick. Can we help him? He's friendly. Go on, pet him. Look, how old is this bird? She took the hand of her brother and ran it over the back of the animal. William couldn't help but smile. Well, I don't think Mom will mind if we keep it. Hello, children. A doctor? Didn't they just say there was a doctor in the forest? Annette, preoccupied with the pet, didn't even raise her head. Did you come to see Mom? Indeed. Is she in her room? William nodded submissively, anticipating the inevitable. He crept up to the open window and crouched beneath it to overhear the conversation. William saw the doctor as he frowned with sympathy and powerlessness, but the voice of the mother, weak, trembling, that came from far away, frightened him much more. How do you feel? Much better. You can stop acting brave in front of me. Are you taking your painkillers? The herbs don't really help, even those that Annette and I made. Nothing helps with this pain. She wheezed and began to cough. William covered his ears, heavy tears making him lose his breath. I'm afraid I can't help beyond the herbs. You do not have much time. You understand this? How much? A week, maybe 2. You told me the same thing a month ago. When will this torment end? When? No! The boy jumped up, wiping the tears off his face with a fist clenched in anger, and ran into the forest. William? William, where are you going? She pressed her pet to her chest, watching her brother disappear into the trees. Dude, if it's the same doctor, he could have been drugging her with the drugs that he's giving people out right now. And he could have been like in his testing phase at this point, right? So he's testing them on this chick, telling the people that he's a doctor, and he's just trying to see. That's why he doesn't know her prognosis of when she's actually gonna die, because he's just killing her and trying to see how long it's left, because she's like an experiment. I'm telling you, I'm just like running away with this doctor thing. Only way to know is to keep playing. So, dude, why are you telling me this? What, baby? The pet immediately returned to his lair, playing the role of an ordinary pet. Did you ask something? Mom pressed the phone to her chest, looking at you questioningly. You answered her question with a tired look. Mom, as usual, is in her own universe and has no idea what's happening in mine. Nothing. Okay. Mom finished talking half an hour later. The moment she hung up, the phone rang again. Yes? Just a second. Melody, it's Derek. Hi, Derek. Hi. Candy and I want to go over to Bobby's to find out how things are going. There's no sign of him yet? Maybe he came back? You want to come with? Of course. Do you even have a plan? Yes, my plan is to find Candy. How clever. Wait, where's Bobby? You turned around, peering into the darkness, but Bobby was nowhere to be found. First Candy goes missing, then Bobby. Dude, are we just like... Oh man, it's almost symbolic. Derek ran back and you followed him. The branches flogged your legs, your face, and scratched at your skin. Ouch. In the dark, you didn't notice it, and a hole sprained your ankle. Acute pain immobilized you for a second, and you fell to the ground. Call Derek for help or manage by yourself. Courage, maybe? You tried to get up, but the pain made you scream again. Tears welled in your eyes. A little more. You rose to your feet somehow, and you held onto a branch, hanging on it, powerless. I've just got to catch my breath for a second. When suddenly someone's hands grabbed you from behind. A hard, strong hand shut your mouth. Oh, God. It's probably Derek. When you arrived, Derek and Candy were already sitting in the living room. Dude, Her head just moved, like, just the slightest bit. She looks creepy as heck. I'm sorry. Just don't trust anybody. It's the first time we've seen their parents. I swear her head, like, just shifted. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in on it and when I'm editing it. Sit down. Coffee or tea? Candy looked frightened and Derek was clearly embarrassed. He felt uneasy. No thank you. I'm fine. Mrs. Turner sat in the chair next to you and stared into the void. She began to twist her hands and tears swelled in her eyes. We tried not to panic prematurely, but time keeps passing and he is nowhere to be found. Oh, and he'll be fully grounded when he shows up. Hasty steps were heard on the stairs. What are you doing here? Bobby hasn't shown up, has he? No. Michael sat down next to you and kissed you on the forehead. We thought he might already be back home. Michael looked at Derek, annoyed, then looked at his mom. I'm sure Bobby is fine. He just fought with his parents, and he needs an alone time. I'm sure he's just scared to come back now. His mom will give him hell. Mrs. Turner smiled faintly. Something like this happened but once before. Bobby came back a day later. Don't worry, Mom. If he does not return by this evening, I'll skin him alive myself. Derek stood up and Candy followed him. Since Bobby's still not here, I think we'll go. When he gets back, ask him to call us. Michael made you stay. Will you stay? Sure. As long as you walk me home afterwards, because I ain't going home by myself in the door in the dark. Well, those are cool. Cool little posters. I wish I could say I knew what band that is, but I honestly don't. And this is probably something iconic too, but I don't know what it is, to be fair. I don't. If you know, you can let me know in the comments. Michael sat thoughtfully on the bed, running his fingers through his hair. I've never been in his room before. It's interesting. Are you worried about your brother? Of course he's worried about his brother, sweetheart. Why would you ask that? A little bit. I tried to show it in front of Mom. That's fair. Otherwise, she'd start to panic. Oh. He pulled you by the hand and sat you on his lap. I don't think anything's happened to Bobby. You'll see. He'll come back tonight. Is Michael trying to calm himself now? Michael ran his fingers through his hair again, carried away by his own thoughts. You hugged his head, pressing it against your chest. He immediately responded to the affection, as if he was waiting for it. He began to cover your face with kisses. Suddenly, he pulled away, continuing to squeeze your hands and passionately looked into your eyes. There was still some alarm in his eyes, but a passionate kiss made him lose himself in the moment. He kissed you gently, as if asking for permission. He took off his shirt, but suddenly got scared. Am I ready for something more now? Oh my god. His parents are downstairs. It's so strange. Oh my gosh. Let's do this. Michael. Something in your voice made him stop. No, Melody, I don't want it to be like that. I want you to really want this. You put your hands on his cheek and laughed softly. Silly. I want you. Relationship was proved with Michael. Michael picked you up and threw you onto the bed. You laughed again. Are you laughing? He pulled you towards himself by the leg and lay down on top, covering your face with kisses. Then his lips slid lower, kissing your neck, then lower still to your breast. He bit your nipple and you arched from pleasure. You have a lot of tattoos, dude. Hush. Then he began to move slowly. You stiffened up in pain, but Michael was gentle and careful. When the pain passed, he started to move faster, making it impossible for you to hold back your moans. Oh, you might want to be a little bit quiet. Dude. Parents, once again, downstairs. Hush, little one. He whispered tender words while his movements were getting more passionate and sharp. Michael understood your every movement, every breath, every desire. He was selfless, focused only on how to pleasure you. And he succeeded. You clung to his back and then trembled and fell exhausted on the pillows. Michael lay down next to you, pulled you closer, and buried his nose in your neck. Melody, you're the best thing that's happened in my life. You wanted to turn towards him, but he only pressed you closer. For a while, you got carried away by this dreamlike state, and when you opened your eyes, you saw Michael standing at the window, lost in thought. Okay, that's cute. Looks like Bobby's still out there. Michael came closer to the window, and the moonlight lit his back. A black dragon tattoo covered his back from the waist up to his neck. Really? Is he one of them? You abruptly recoiled, but quickly pulled yourself together, trying not to betray your feelings. Michael didn't notice a change in your mood. You wanted to get home to calmly think about what you saw. No, but seriously, you need to make him walk you home. Like, I'm serious. Oh, is Bobby in present day? Bobby, like a puppet, went farther and farther into the forest. He dragged his legs, but slowly moved himself forward. Help. Help. Oh my fucking god, that's so creepy. That's so scary. The voice did not obey him. A quivering whisper, that's all Bobby could squeeze out of himself. He tripped over something. His inhaler fell out of his pocket, but Bobby went on without paying attention to it. Someone, help. Oh my god, Bobby. I love Bobby. Bobby's my bro, dude. Dude, he was there with me the entire time last season. We gotta find him, man. You abruptly open your eyes, gasping for air. Did I get like a vision of him? The round eyes of your pet were staring at you from the edge of the bed. You automatically began stroking it, and your heart gradually slowed down. It was just a dream. Just a dream. Your fingers touched something cold. Eh? The crow has something in its beak. It shook its head as if offering you to take it. What is it? It better not be. You carefully took the item from the pet. Dude! An inhaler? I swear, like, I know that I'm pretty sure I played this episode before. I do not remember that. Oh my god. It's been so long. Dude, I'm so scared for Bobby. Dude, I'm like way more... It's gonna sound bad, but I'm like way more worried about him than I was about Candy. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes one has to get to know the past in order to understand the present. Oh my god. I need to play more. I need to play more. I need to know. I need answers right now. Oh my god. I need a sip of water. Purple flower. William and Annette's mom sat on the porch. The children sat on the ground at her feet. Will you tell it again, Mom? I don't know if I can. I don't feel well. But, Mom, let her be. She's sick. It's okay, William. I will tell it. A very powerful creature reigned over the forest for many centuries. People called him Fawn. He came to us from the dream world where he was king also. Mom, what does the dream world look like? No one really knows, but they say that it's a beautiful place, and all the lost souls can be found there. I'm trying to write. You ever try to like write and read something else at the same time? Like you start writing what you're reading instead of actually, anyway, I'm sorry. Tell me about Fawn. Oh, Fawn possessed tremendous power. He could control nature and animals. He had healing powers. Like a doctor? Healing powers? Yes, and not only that. William clutched at his mother's hand. What's wrong with you? Can he heal you? William, don't be silly. Who knows if Fawn interferes in people's lives these days? But he was always fair. If a person turned to him for help, he would help them. The people, and especially the animals, loved Fawn. He restored peace to the woods and the village. All living things nearby had forgotten what violence, hunger, and disease were. Oh, how wonderful it would be if Fawn came to us. Mom, is it possible? Who knows? You woke up sweating. Several nights had passed, full of similar dreams that somehow scared you. God. Trying to recover, you covered your face with your hands and froze for a few minutes. Then you reach for a medicine bottle of sedatives, which, as usual, stood on your bedside table. Since when did she start taking sedatives? Maybe was it after the events of everything that happened in season 1? Like when I started getting like frequent panic attacks, they put me on anxiety medication. But it fell out of your hands and the pills rolled on the floor. Who's there? You jumped out of bed. It was covered with purple flowers. Who's in here? I'll call the police or search the room. I don't trust police. I'm serious. It's mostly Derek's dad. I don't like that dude. You hit the switch, but the light didn't respond. Did the light bulb burn out? There was nobody under the bed, and the closet or behind the curtains, but you stopped at the window. A deer stood on the side of the road. What the actual hell? Is it looking at me like? You retreated a few steps. I'm losing my mind. You quickly found the glass from which you drank and examined the bottom. Maybe I was poisoned. The sedatives! How long has she been taking those? He said that he found traces of it in my blood. The doctors go around giving people medicine that's probably killing them. It's probably the same thing as the drugs, the CP25. Who gave you those fucking drugs, dude? Back to the window again. Do not take any more of those sedatives. The deer was still there and continued to watch your house. They probably put me to sleep so you can come in and fuck around in my room. The needle. You went to the bed, scooped up all the flowers, and threw them right out the window. The deer slowly shook its head and slowly walked further towards the forest. Dude, is he friend or foe? In the morning, you woke up feeling as if a truck had run you over. Memories of last night caused a new wave of fear and despair, but you quickly dismissed all thoughts about it. Oh, I need to feed Mrs. Hill's animals. Grudgingly, you... Oh, did you forget about them yesterday? That's so messed up. They need to eat. Grudgingly, you got out of the bed and opened the closet. What to wear? T-shirt and jeans. Kind of cool. Overalls. Blouse and jeans. That's cute. Where are you going? To the antique shop. I have to feed the animals. Let someone else do it. You're not going anywhere. What? But why? Mom patted the sofa next to her. You obediently sat down. Look. You turned the volume up and a serious voice on the TV announced, Megan White, David Walter, and Bobby Turner. These are the names of the children who went missing this week. Sheriff Nixon refused to comment on details of the investigation, but he urges everyone to be vigilant and to respect the curfew. Children disappearing again. So what? I can't leave the house now? You can, but not alone. Okay, let's go together. I have a lot to do. Ask Derek to feed them. You want him to go alone? What the hell is wrong with you? Sometimes my mother behaves like a child. Seriously. You pretend to be talking to Derek on the phone. Everything is fine, Mom. He will feed them. Good, that's settled then. Then you hastily return to your room and close the door. So there's no rhyme or reason. Stay home all weekend? Oh, hell no. Now, I don't know about being too crazy rebellious, but she's being... You open the window. It's too high to jump. I can go down. Although it's not that high, I can make it. The liana, the pipe. Dude, what is a liana? Is it like, you know how you have those... It's like a fencing thing that's on the side of the wall, maybe? Is that what that is? You're not jumping from the second story. This is not a story where things just magically go all right. This is a story where you die if you make the wrong choice. So, the pipe. The pipe might be sturdier than the liana, but harder to keep a hold on. I just just noticed that little elephant in the background. That's so cute. I'm sorry. Focus. The liana. I don't know what that is. This could be wrong, but you put your legs outside the window, grabbed into the woody vine, and carefully hung on it. That's it. Easy. I got caught. The liana tore and you fell to the ground. Ow, my back. I probably need to restart. So this time I'm gonna take the pipe. You put your legs out the window, grab the pipe, and carefully transfer your weight onto it. It dangerously groaned and trembled. Well, just a little more? With surgical precision, you rearranged your legs and arms to put as little pressure on the pipe as humanly possible. It seemed that the pipe was about to detach itself from the wall, and the whole house would hear it, but your feet touched the ground. Oh, that was dangerous. Okay. Flyers about the lost kids were hanging on every post. Okay, so it didn't really matter if I had to restart. I thought it would be like maybe an image thing or something like that, but it's okay. Is it just me, or are there fewer children outside? The whole city seems to stand still waiting, but for what? In the shop, you quickly fed the animals, and as you were about to leave, your eyes spotted the picture with purple flowers. They've been following me for a long time. What do these flowers mean? You came closer to the picture and spontaneously decided to remove it from the wall, then turned the frame over and saw the signature on the back. Frederick White. Frederick White. Where's my pen? Frederick White is the purple flower picture. Okay, let's see. Did he paint the picture, or is he the previous owner? In any case, his name seems familiar to me. Are you alone here? Don't come in and ask somebody that question. Don't waltz up into a shop and be like, are you alone here? Oh my god. That's so creepy. What? Who are you? Where's Mrs. Hill? She went to see her daughter for a few weeks. The news seemed to confuse him. His face suddenly stretched and saddened. Who are you? I'm her grandson. It's who you are that I'm worried about. Do you intend to steal this picture? The voice was serious and even rude, but the gesture with which he pointed at it seemed indifferent, and his gaze seemed clouded with thoughts. I asked a question. Do you intend to steal the picture? Why did you take it off the wall? Do I look like a thief? Maybe you're a thief. What do you have in your pocket? Seriously though, does the door look broken into? It's the middle of the freaking day. The heck? You can search me if you don't believe me. Oh, the hell you can. Show me. What? I'm not show you anything. I ain't gonna say shit to you either. Get the hell out of here. He suddenly froze and finally consciously looked you over. You must not know who I am if you are so brave. He said it calmly without a hint of complacency, just as a given fact. No, I don't know. And who are you? You will find out when you grow up. The stranger left the shop and an engine roared outside. The sound quickly disappeared and only silence was left behind. You looked at the picture again. For some reason it seems to me that these flowers are responsible for all of my visions. Could you be being drugged, dude? I need to deal with this. You froze at the entrance, looking at the crumpled paper in your hands. Did you want something? Yes. Can you tell me where I can find information about Frederick White? Oh, beautiful artist. Okay, so he did draw the picture. Do you know him? Of course. He's the most famous artist from Saintfour. Come on. You walked past several rows and stopped at one of the stands. But there's honestly not much information about him. Hold on. Thank you. You sat down at the table, opening several books. He lived in the 17th century. Frederick White was in demand among the bourgeois. I can never pronounce that word. However, for unknown reason, he abandoned a successful business, settled among the peasants, and led an ascetic lifestyle. He dedicated his early years almost exclusively to portraits and architecture, but in the last years of his life, he created almost no new works. One of his last pictures is the painting titled Purple Poison. Oh my gosh. And the plot thickens. Depicting a black hellebore. Right, hellebore. Because, who was telling us about this? Bobby? He ended his life at the age of 27. Ugh. So it's so sad when, like, you know, entertainers and, like, artists and stuff like that just get so... It's like they feel so much, you know? It's just really hard life for them. I don't know. You lean back in your chair, looked around the table at the stack of books. What am I doing? Continue searching. What the hell? You glanced over an old book with a worn cover, fastened with threads. The Shadows of Saintfour. Whoa, that's a name drop. A book of legends. You flipped through it without interest, and pages rustled in your hands. Then one reluctantly turned over, and you saw the title. Purple Flower. You sat back and started reading. A purple flower has long been considered a symbol of death. Witches use it to summon demons and bewitch men. This flower is guide into the dream world. A legend about it was passed down from generation to generation. The world knew many kings, and people called the fauns gods, called them fauns, gods who come from the dream world. But people got tired of obeying the divine, and they themselves wanted to rule, usually. So they declared war on them. The war lasted a long time, but in the end, the fauns were exterminated. The faun escaped from his pursuers. A few arrows pierced him in the back, and one passed through. He fell to his knees, clenching his teeth, gnashing, and a roar of pain and rage escaped from his mouth. Oh my lord. Sorry, I gotta keep snapping pictures. The faun broke one of the arrows that had hit him, and then at once broke the remaining ones. Then he rose to his feet, but did not have time to take a step, as several hundred more arrows sank into him. Oh my god. His roar was heard everywhere. Nature had gone mad. The earth shook and crackled. The whole village was filled with cries of horror. You will pay. Pay. The last arrow with a crystal tip pierced his heart. Crystal tip? Why is that important? Crystal tip. The faun again fell to his knees, this time not having the strength to rise. He touched the wound, looked at his bloody fingers, and purple blood dripped onto the flower. The plant immediately absorbed it like dye, and it turned the same color. Wow. Well, that's quite a story. For some time you looked into the void, pondering over what you just read. Then you gathered the books and gave them back to the librarian. So, I found out about this artist, and I bought where these damn flowers came from. But what should I do with the information? At the corner you ran into someone. Hey, watch where you're going. Why don't you watch where you're going? Why are you still walking around with a knife? What? The thug took a few steps back. Back off or say it's you. I think you need to back too. That's probably caution. Ugh. So what? Do you want to call the police? I have someone to intervene for me. And you? With a sharp movement, he grabbed your arm, but you immediately pulled it away. He laughed. Stay out of trouble, kid. The thug went on. He's heading for the city dump. Maybe the Black Dragon Den is there? You remember Michael's back. I need to know what he's got himself into. But I can't go in there by myself. Thankfully, finally thinking smart. Using the phone at the nearest eatery, you called to make an appointment to meet at the landfill. Who to call? Luke, Stephanie, or Derek? I don't know nothing about Stephanie. Luke. Should I call Luke? That seems awkward. That's just awkward. Let's get Derek involved. You know what? He needs to start joining in on some of these missions. Having agreed to meet, you followed the thug until he completely disappeared from view. You need to start stepping up. It seemed you were in the right place. The thug knocked several times on a heavy door. The barrier slowly rose, letting him go further. If you think no one can see you from this position, then you are wrong. God, you scared me. You briefly explained what was going on. Maybe better to go looking for Bobby? What if they are somehow responsible for his disappearance? The guard's door creaked and opened. Get down. You hid behind a rusty car. It had all of its windows broken and several doors turned off. Not the best place to hide. Steps were approaching you. Oh no. They stepped at the other side of the car. Who's there? I saw you. Come out or I'll call the police. You're right. You wanted to get up, but Derek stopped you by grabbing your hand. I'm already saying Bobby because I'm used to being Bobby being with me on these adventures. He shook his head, motioning you not to move, and stood up himself. It was me. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Don't play with me. There was someone else there. Come out. You had to get up. Mr. Walter? It's you. What are you doing here? Could you let us pass? Oh, I can't. You can't go there. You shouldn't mingle with them. What are you doing here? We know what's there, Mr. Walter. I beg you. He hesitated a bit and thought, and eventually nodded. You used the help of the guard. Oh, to get in. Otherwise, we probably would have to find a different way, but since we helped him, he let us in. Oh well, just don't be in there long and be careful. The guard raised the barrier. From a distance, the dump seemed a chaotic collection of garbage, but going further, you noticed some kind of order and even some semblance of cleanliness. You walked in circles until you reached the center. Pressed cars hit this place from prying eyes on several sides. Tires were placed in a semicircle and people sat on them. Someone was standing, someone, despite the cold, settled right on the ground. You hid behind the nearest car. I'm gonna have to tie them up. You're not entirely sane, even without the CP. Yes, I'm telling you. After the deal with this chemist, I hear hooves at night and see purple flowers everywhere. You should not have made any kind of deal with him. Because of people like you, we are now suspected of selling drugs. So they're not. You knocked a jar over and it rolled.
Bruh.
Really? Right into the center. Who's there? Come out. Damn it. You came out of your hiding place. You again? How did you get in here? Not too far ahead, a trailer opened and Michael came out accompanied by the man you had met at the antique shop. Melody? Oh my god. Michael. He looked at Derek with surprise, then at you with anger. Did you bring a snitch to us? Really? He'll tell his father everything. Is there something to tell? I can explain everything. No, you care to explain. Excuse me? Hello? Michael looked at you for a long time before calmly answering. What do you expect to hear? What are you doing here with these felons? Hey, easy. I'm a black dragon too, Melody. And I came to ask them for help. He took you by the elbow and led you away. Derek wanted to follow, but Michael stopped him with a gesture. Wait here. Not an option. I said wait here. And I said I don't think so. Derek, it's alright. We'll just talk. Yes, I can punch him in the face. As soon as you moved away, Michael shook you. What the hell are you doing here? The hell are you doing here? What are you asking them for help about? Right back at you. What are you doing among them? Why did you ask them for help? You don't understand. The guy who attacked you was a scumbag. Oh, so you knew he attacked me. You guys told me to be patient with Michael. To be patient. To be patient. Whew. Michael pulled you close to him, stroked your head, and kissed your face. Sorry for not knowing that. Sorry for not paying you as much attention as you deserve. But I'm really worried about Bobby. Mom is terrified. I understand. Don't judge all the dragons by him. Do not believe all the gossip that they say about us. Trust me. I beg you. I believe them. Okay. The man from the antique shop, squinting, watched you speak. When you returned to the rest, he suddenly spoke to you. I didn't think we would meet again. I was hoping that we wouldn't, but unfortunately... Here we are! You two know each other? Yes? No? I don't even know his name, so... Not really. I don't think he want me probably spreading his business like that, so... My name is Aaron. And what did my name reveal to you? That's your fucking name? I don't know. You could be lying about that being your name. Nothing. That's not what I meant. Michael almost begged him. Aaron, please. He's my brother. I understand, Michael, but now is not the best time. Bobby has disappeared relatively recently, and he may yet return. We now have more serious problems. The sheriff is closing in on us, hinders our movements, and follows our every step. Ooh, maybe I should have brought Luke instead then. Is this what the sheriff is spending his time doing? Looking for them instead of looking for the kids that have gone missing? I'm telling you, Derek's dad is an asshat. He's still convinced that we're distributing drugs. Like, even if they are, 3 kids are missing. You're the sheriff to this one small town. It's like, find the kids, then find the drug dealers. It's like, what is his priorities? Aaron threw a displeased glance at the thug. Looks like Aaron is in charge here. Maybe I should try to convince the leader of the dragons? What, convince him to find Bobby? Hey, anything it takes to help Bobby out, for all. You step forward, attracting the attention of others. Bobby's not the first boy to go missing. I know him, and he would not run away without telling at least his friends about it. And besides, you hold the inhaler brought to you by Axel. Up to this point, you hadn't told anyone about it, not knowing how to explain that your pet found it. This is Bobby's inhaler. Where did you find it? Apparently Bobby dropped it in the forest. Michael came up to you, took the find, and then abruptly turned to Aaron. You said we were family. Why do you turn your back when I need your help? Suddenly another voice was heard. The black dragons appreciate your speech. Aaron, I have a younger sister. If she disappears, will you do that too? Yeah, this little boy needs help. Alright. Maybe they're not that so bad. I still don't like that one guy. The one bandit guy. Aaron raised his hands up with a soothing gesture. Be calm. If you want, I will support you. Michael, don't worry, we will find your brother. He patted Michael on the shoulder encouragingly. Thanks to you, they will help with the search for Bobby. Cool, let's get Bobby back for all. The dragons began to fuss. Aaron looked at you and whispered something to Michael. Melody, I'm sorry, but you can't be here any longer. He squeezed your hand. That's alright, I got what I wanted. So, we'll talk more about this, alright? Yeah, we will. Because this conversation is not over. Absolutely. Michael nodded to Derek. Take her home, the streets are dangerous. You don't have to tell me that. Wait, did I walk through the front door? Oh, there was nobody at home. Okay. Exhausted, you fell down on the sofa and turned on the TV. You watched the news without much interest. Boring. You were about to switch channels, but suddenly you heard a familiar address. The Saintfour library has burned to the ground. What? What? Flames blazed on the screen, pillars were falling down, and books smoldered before your eyes. I hope the librarian's okay. The cause of the fire has not yet been determined. Dude, we've been going to the library for like crucial information every season. Somebody wants that to stop. Somebody's watching me. I'm always being watched. I mean, the library burned down the same day I visited it? Is it a coincidence? Or hell no, it's not. The doorbell rang. Oh, that was a doorbell? I thought like the phone was ringing and the doorbell was going off at the same time. Why would your mom ring the doorbell? She has a key. That's not your mom, but you were mistaken. Of course you were. John? I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting. He shook an empty salt jar. Why does he always pop up at... I don't know anyone else around here, so I thought I'd ask you for a neighborly favor. Dude. He's probably at his house. He's just like, okay, I need a reason to visit. I can't say sugar because that's what everybody says. So he takes his salt jar, he opens it, he dumps it out, then he's like, hey, so I kind of need some salt. I'll ask you for a neighborly favor. I don't want to run to the store for just a few pinches. Right? That would have been my face. Can I come in? Yes, sorry. Sit down. A plaintive cooing was heard from your room. Is my pet trying to warn me? Dude, I don't know what to do. Who's that up there? Axel, my raven. Apparently my mother locked it on the second floor. You took the empty jar from him and filled it with salt. Here. Thank you. He got up, but hesitated. Frankly, I'm not sure that I really needed the salt. But I was glad to talk to you. He went towards the exit. Wait, John. I wouldn't want to be alone either. We could play cards, watch a movie, have dinner. We tried eating together. That was strange. With that weird guy talking about the Amazon. Yeah, we could watch a movie. About comedy. A light smile flashed across John's face. Let's do it. You turn on the movie and settle you turn on the movie and settled on the couch. Okay. For a while, you just smiled at the jokes coming from the screen and looked at each other. After a while, you could no longer hold back the laughter at all. By the end of the film, your abs were in pain and tears were down your cheeks. You caught him ogling at you as if studying you. He was silent, and you suddenly became embarrassed by the sudden silence. John moved closer to you, but this movement was more unconscious than intentional. You waited for his further actions. You didn't want to take a step forward, but at the same time you didn't want to push him away either. He continued to look at you, but not enticingly, with no flirtation, rather thinking about something. John abruptly stood up, ruffled his hair, and exhaled unevenly. What the hell? His voice was irritated and angry, but he was clearly angry with himself. I'm sorry. I have to go. What's the matter? Nothing. I can't. John, backing away, bumped into the bedside table and the lamp almost fell off of it. What are you talking about? Never mind. Thanks for the evening, Melody. Before you knew it, John had run out of the house. Dude, something's going on with him. But maybe it's like with the Black Dragon situation, where it's not that bad. Like, maybe he's just caught up in something that he doesn't want to be. I would say, like, a similar situation to, like, Luke. Like, I don't know what his parents are doing, but I don't think the kids really want to be tied up in their parents' mess. They just kind of have to be. Maybe his mom is up to something. Because all the adults in this town seem to be assholes. And you sat on the edge of the bed, not yet willing to sleep. You took a sleeping pill. Stop taking these pills! Here's to a dreamless sleep. Yeah, right! You just took a pill that's going to send you straight into dream world. Your head touched the pillow. You look at the ceiling, trying to calm your thoughts. Your eyes slowly closed. And guess what? Right into the freaking dream world. What did you think was going to happen? Stop taking those pills! The very heart of the forest. Trees seem to have consumed the clearing with their twisted branches. A wooden statue covered with intricate carved patterns stood in the middle. Around the statue there were 4 shallow graves resembling coffins. 2 of them were filled with purple flowers. You came closer. Oh, dude. Like jungle vines, the flowers cocooned around the bodies, hiding the people in the coffins. Oh god. All those flower patches are people? Oh You understood this by seeing a friend's face in one of them. Bobby? He was lying with his eyes closed and his lips were pale purple like a dead man's. Bobby! You reached out to free him, to save him, but the glade began to move further away, out of your reach, until you were thrown back into reality. A roar woke you up. I'm sorry, we're gonna get to the roar in a second. But what if I should keep taking the pills? Because these glimpses into the dream world allow me to kind of get a glimpse of where Bobby might be, and it might help me find him. But it's dangerous, though. What is it, Axel? Axel's still in the windowsill, flapping its wings and screaming at the open window. Strange. It was closed earlier. You came closer and saw a shadow flash by, as if someone had just jumped off your roof. It was a blow to the ground, slightly dulled by the bushes and branches. Baby, was someone here? What? Did you not just see that? You turned around and only now noticed that your room was in complete disarray. Was he looking for something? The needle. Mrs. Hill's shop flashed before your eyes. The needle. Damn it! Dude, I'm so into this right now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the part right here, and then I'm gonna quickly do 4 and 5. Because I need to know what happens right now, but I probably need a little bit of a break. Oh my god, I should probably eat dinner. Guys, okay. This is getting wild. This is getting wild. I'm theorizing. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know who to trust. I definitely don't trust the adults in this town, though. Who burned down? Is the librarian okay? I'm worried about the librarian. I don't know. She looks mean, but she's actually a really nice lady. Do we trust John? He's seen sketch. Something's going on with him, but I'm worried that he might be in trouble too, in his own way. Michael's in the Black Dragons. We knew that. But they don't all seem so bad. That is true. I'm gonna be patient with him. But it seems like we kind of have something going on with John. I don't know if I should mess with that or not. That's why I didn't move, because I'm like, he's moving closer. I'm like, I don't really want to know. I don't know. Something's going on. Like, I feel like maybe if we get closer to him, maybe he might feel more comfortable sharing what he knows. And he could know something important to help us find Bobby. All I care about is finding Bobby, okay? Seriously, Bobby is my bro. Alright, anyway. I'm sorry. I'm going crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and show that like button, some love, subscribe to see more content like this, and I will see you next time. Bye!